Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Cancerians. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Cancer as we move through the middle and late areas of September? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer, please. And thank you, my guides. What's going on? There we go. Nice and quick. Okay, wow, Queen of Cups energy right here up front. Now, this is some power energy for the Cancer collective, and gender doesn't matter, male, female, anything in between. When we get Queen of Cups in a Cancer reading, that is almost always a very positive thing. Okay, so this could really be loving, emotional type of energy right up front. There's a lot of other nuance to the card as well. Before we really dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. And finally, I open channel memberships here on the channel, so if you're interested in becoming a channel member, check out the comment pinned down in the comment section. I'm going to be doing a very special reading for all the new members this month. But enough of the promo, let's get into the reading. I promise that's it. We have this individual that I like to call the Queen of Cups. Now, this is an oracle deck, this isn't a tarot deck, but she has all the similar imagery to me that looks like a beautiful Queen of Cups card. So, since this is a Cancer reading, it could be a power card for you about stepping into your power, stepping into your authority in one way or fashion, or leaning into the positives that make you an individual. But there could always, as with every card, be a challenge attached to it. The Queen of Cups can sometimes really suppress things. So you might be feeling something very intense in this time. You might be going through a bit of a roller coaster of emotions, and you could be prone to some emotional suppression in this time. So this card asks you to free that in one way or another, whether it's through conversation, whether it's through creativity. That's usually a good thing for a lot of water signs. And as a lot of you know, I have 2 major water sign placements myself, so I could empathize with you. But when we see the Queen of Cups, it could be you leaning into your power as well. Okay, so something about self-confidence, whether you're feeling very confident, bold, good feeling, good looking, or it could be lacking self-confidence as well. So just take it how it hits. Let's get into tarot. I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you 3 in the upright, then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up here one time for you, Cancer. Let's see what we got, my guides. Talk to me. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Serious Talk. So for a lot of Cancerians, there could have been conversations of importance that have been had or still might need to be had, okay? And that could be about a whole host of different things, whether it is work-related, whether it's family-related, interpersonal, or romance. There was a lot of communication on the table. So when I see a card like the Queen of Cups show up in the beginning, those energies could still bleed over. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, every single reading is different. You know, energies are always in a state of flow. So only take this how it hits for you. It's not set in stone. And we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards. What do we got for Cancer? Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. We're starting with a Tower. Don't be nervous about the Tower, my friends. All right. Even though the imagery is a little concerning, let's see what else we got. Because there can be good towers. Let's see what we got here for you. Okay, we got Justice. So these are extremely powerful karmic energies that we are seeing thus far. We'll get you one more. Interesting. Just so powerful, this energy. Thank you. Okay, 8 of Swords. Lots of air here. Okay, so we're going to talk about these one by one. I don't want to really speculate too much on them just yet because there could be so many different things happening here, Cancer. Let's go through real quick before we get into the intuitive, juicy stuff. So at first look, first glance, I have to mention we have 2 extremely powerful major arcana right here in the front with the Tower and Justice. We also have the 8 of Swords. This is a lot of air sign energy. When we see a lot of air energy, that does speak about the mind. So you might have a lot on your mind. You might be thinking about quite a bit, but this can also be communication like we saw last week. So let's work our way through one by one. Once again, position number one, we do have the Tower. Now this can represent the zodiac sign of Scorpio. When we see a Tower, it could range a whole host of different things. Generally, the Tower is something shocking, right? So whether it's a result of something, whether it's a situation, whether it's a conversation, this is something that comes in a shocking way and manner. Could represent endings sometimes. It is linked to Scorpio, so it could represent karmic energies, endings, cycles, stuff like that. But once again, there could be very good Towers. There could be good surprises or things turning better than you had thought. So we're really going to have to clarify this to see what it's about. It's extremely powerful. It could also represent one's internal combustion, their inner fire. It is also a phallic symbol, so it could represent sexuality too in some form. But we'll see what's up with that. Once again, a shocking or surprising type of energy. In the center, we move into Lady Justice. Quite different. Also karmic. Now, when we see Lady Justice, this could represent the zodiac sign of Libra, if you are connected to one. If you are not connected to Libra, this could sometimes represent authority, having authority, making choices, making decisions and judgment calls, right? This could represent contractual things, legal issues. So watch for signing contracts in this time. But weighing options, weighing the pros and cons is a big thing with Lady Justice if it's not a person. Once again, this is the most powerful of all the karmic cards. So when we see it next to a card like the Tower, it could represent a close or various different endings or karma in one form or another that we're going to have to see. And generally, karma is about like the cycles of life, the paths of life, reaping what you sow, so on and so forth. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Eight of Swords. Bit of a stress-induced type of energy. For some of you, you might feel like your hands are tied in some sort of way, like there's something you have to do that you might not really want to. It could feel trapped or imprisoned, so you might be prone to overthinking in this time. You might be trapped in the mind in one way or another. This could be something very minor, though. This could easily represent somebody feeling a little cabin fever or feeling a little cornered. But in its roughest sense, this is anxiety and nervousness and on edge types of feelings. So we really want to see what's up with this. And once again, this doesn't all have to be your energy. Okay, this could be how someone else is feeling or what someone else is going through. But she also has a blindfold in this card. Always remember that when we have things like the Tower, Lady Justice, which is normally blindfolded. There's a lot of unknowns that I'm picking up here, Cancer. So with all that being said, let's dive deeper on this, especially with all this air action. Really pay attention and take care of your mental well-being in this time. I just want to say that. But let's dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right. I'm going to get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. Let's see what's going on for Cancer, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Tower. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Cancer, you can drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Tower time. Let us see what's going on, because that is such an unpredictable energy for us to start off the read with. So for a portion of you, I do want to say the Tower could be something that's already elapsed. Okay? It doesn't have to be something that's coming this week. But let's see why the Tower's here. What is this shocking energy about? Wow, Fool. Redo, a start over, new path, new journey. I like this, my friends. Now, I'm already telling you this doesn't feel like a bad Tower, especially since we have the Fool in the upright. For a portion of you, this could represent an Aries that you're connected with. Could be very important in your life. And I want to mention this as well. We have Aries and Libra showing up around this Tower. They are the signs that are opposite of each other on the zodiacal wheel. So we're seeing a lot of circle here. We're seeing a lot of circle, cycle, and karmic. Now, whenever we get the Fool, if this is not a person, it's the beginning of a new venture. It's a beginning of a journey, something fresh, something good. So for a lot of you, I feel like this could be a very positive Tower, okay? This could be a shocking win or a shocking opportunity, like getting an opportunity you didn't even see coming. Like, wow, that door just opened for me, like out of nowhere. From the ashes of something could spring forth something really good and beautiful. So when I see this tower, yeah, it might be something uncomfortable. It might be something that's difficult to deal with and work through. However, the rewards, the possibilities feel very sweet. So yes, there might be towers, right? And everyone deals with them from time to time, but from that tower comes this Fool card. One thing I do have to say, the Fool can be a little bit cautious about not trusting the universe's plan. It could also be cautious about not being too spontaneous. Okay, so especially when we have a tower, there could be a big warning about doing anything without properly thinking it through or planning for it. Okay, and I mean, how can you ever really plan for a tower? I just feel like for a lot of you, this could be a shocking win or victory or even opportunity that you don't even see coming, which is really good. I feel like this is a claimable tower, and that's a rare thing. Let's see what Lady Justice has to say, though. Because, yeah, we have her, and we still have the Eight of Swords. We have a lot of air happening. A lot of astrological link-ins here. I just want to break that down. I usually don't go this in-depth in here, but I know I already spoke about the Aries-Libra cycle thing we have going on. We also have a card that could be Scorpio and Aries. In classical astrology, both of those signs are really ruled over by Mars. So we have a lot of Mars energy, push forward energy. Let's get it going. Work energy as well. Let's see what's up with Justice. Picking up lots of fire here. Why is Lady Justice here? Thank you. Okay, Hanged Man in reverse. Making a choice, making a decision. I feel like it's one thing or another here, my friends. Doing something even if you're not super wild about doing it. For a portion of you, that could absolutely be it. Like, I feel doing something somewhat begrudgingly, but like, you know it's best. So, all right, well, let's just make it happen. Not a big fan of it, but let's just do it. Let's make it happen. Hanged Man in reverse, another one that could represent Scorpio. Okay, so interesting, we're getting all these astrological tie-ins here. Some people also link it to Virgo, but when we get the Hanged Man in reverse, this is a card of action. So aside from what I already said, that little intuitive note that I gave, when we see the Hanged Man in reverse under Lady Justice, those are the karmic hands coming in. Okay, this is somebody getting served up a dose of karma for good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, so whether this is karmic rewards coming in, spirit rewarding you for the things that you've done, or it could be someone that may have done wrong, and that karma is going to come in, whether you witness it or not. That's what's showing up here in the middle. There is action being taken here by this justice energy. Okay, so karmic justice could be coming in a very big way. So there's a lot of powerful energy at play here. Let's go through the Eight of Swords. We'll talk about it more when we get into the recap. I feel like there's a lot of nuance here. There's so many astrological connections as well. But let's see why Eight of Swords is here. Once again, I don't feel like it's all bad. Like, it might be a little uncomfortable, might be a little unpleasant at times, but I feel overall this energy is good and there's a lot of possibilities. Let's see why Eight of Swords is in the mix. Thank you. Yeah, Ten of Wands and release. In reverse, some of you do need a rest, relaxation, a vacation with the Ten of Wands in reverse underneath this Eight of Swords, and I'm getting this begrudging feeling again. This is the oddest energy here. Now, usually the Ten of Wands in the upright is an energy of somebody having a burden, having a lot of weight on their shoulders. It could also warn about physical ailments and physical things. So the fact that we have it in reverse, it does speak about releasing something. So underneath this Eight of Swords, there could be someone you're linked to, if not yourself, that is having a hard time releasing something, whether it was an action that's happened, whether it's a decision that was made, whether it's a past connection. It could be so many different things. There is somebody having a really difficult time releasing something or letting go of it. Okay, so in this time would not be a great time to hold on to and bear guilt. I feel like I need to say that for a lot of Cancerians. And for some of you, you do need some rest here, or relaxation or vacation, time to unwind and just put those wands down for a moment, okay? Release things. So I feel overall, this is a positive reading when we look at the big picture, even though there are some serious archetypes to have a look at, a lot of power. Let's go through and do a quick little recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box here, my friends, position number 1, we got the Tower chilling. I already mentioned this could be karmic, this could be karmic. We got the Aries Libra opposite connection. We have the Mars connection happening here. So much linked in planetary wise. But we have the Tower with the Fool in the upright. That's the real kicker there. So for some of you, that from the ashes of something might come a really good opportunity or a reason to start fresh. For some of you, I feel like this is a good tower. It's a shock, but in a good way. So you might have an opportunity come in, a shocking win or victory. That's like, oh, okay, that went way better than I thought it would. I feel like this is a claimable tower. There is a caution though, like please just trust the universe. But at the same time, don't do anything too spontaneous in this time. There is a warning about that. In the center, we have Lady Justice with the Hanged Man in reverse. And that's when I started picking up this energy of somebody doing something begrudgingly. Like, I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to do it. And do it anyway to keep the peace. Like, that's a vibe I'm picking up here. But another thing is the karmic hands are in play. Lady Justice might spring into action. So whether that's somebody catching a dose of karmic justice or otherwise, the wheels are turning in this spread this week, my friends. So karma is coming in for somebody. On the back end, we have the 8 of Swords with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Somebody's having a tough time releasing something or letting go of something. Don't hold on to any guilt in this time. That's a big thing. Spirit might want you to come to peace with something. But a huge energy I'm feeling right here on the back end is somebody just needing some time to recharge and take a break. That's big here. But really just not internalizing things is a very important thing that you might need to keep in mind as you move forward. Let's get into the shadow card. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. And yes, Cancer, please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. Very interesting reading. Lots of powerful energy here. Half of it, I mean, more than half of it is major arcana as well. Let me just note that. But let's see what we have for Cancer, please, in the shadows. And you know me, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice introspective thing to do. Where we could just look within, whether it's within ourselves or something we don't quite see in a situation. Let's see what's in the shadows for Cancer. Sometimes we get positive things in the shadows as well, especially with this alignment that we have up front. But let's see what's going on here. What is in the shadows for my friends? Thank you. Okay. 10 of Swords, very common shadow card. Do not be nervous of this shadow. That's one thing that I will say, because out of all the shadow spreads I've pulled every week for quite a while now, this is the most common one that people tend to get. And there's a reason for that. The 10 of Swords energy is something that sticks with us. It's not pleasant. This could represent rock bottoms that we've gone through. It could represent endings and things of the like. And it does show up sometimes in the shadows, even when someone has an extremely positive reading, because regardless of what energies we're working through now, we all have 10 of Swords that stick with us. So Spirit could be asking you in this time, whatever pains that you've gone through, whether they've been betrayals, whether they've been tough endings, whether they've been losses, it could be very important for you to shine a light on it in this time. And we did see within the spread this week, the importance of letting go of certain things or not having guilt towards certain things. I think this 10 of Swords really reinforces that, okay? So whatever pain you're holding on to, it would be a good time to try to resolve it. So Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.